Hello, this is Rick Saltarelli with Salty Breeze Cruise Planners with this week's segment of Beyond Your Front Door. And today we have not one guest, but we have two guests with us today from Ocean Getaways. We have Trish Cronin and we have Danielle Schwallow. So thank you very much for joining us today. And it looks like we had a cat for a very short period of time. And cats are always welcome.
Well, we're going to be talking about cats on this, right? Except
Yeah.
a different kind of cat.
A different kind of cat, absolutely. And so you have such an interesting product. So Trish, why don't you go ahead and tell us about who Ocean Getaways is, what you are, and what you do.
Okay, great. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. We call ourselves a boutique yacht charter company. We're located in Southwest Florida, Fort Myers area. And what we do is we represent a variety of yachts worldwide. All of these yachts are professionally staffed, they're privately owned, and we have everything from sailing catamarans to power cats to super yachts, and essentially working with either, with travel advisors or sending people on vacations that are very customized. And we've been in the business for 35 years. So, I was going to say, I think your next question is probably how did you start with this? But we started our company 35 years ago. It's owned by myself and my husband. And at that point in time, he's a captain and I was a chef. We actually operated charter yachts in the Virgin Islands, as well as New England. It was a very different industry then, not nearly as developed as it is now. And my background was a psychologist. His was real estate development. And when we moved back to the States, I didn't want to sit behind doors and listen to people's problems all the time. So hence Ocean Getaways was born.
Well, that's an amazing story. And you talk about 35 years and you are in an industry that would really be driven by technology. So the yachts of today are nothing like the yachts of 35 years ago.
Well, 35 years ago, the largest yacht was 100 feet. And we maybe had one of them in charter. And these days, the number of 100-foot motor yacht can be small. We have many, many yachts that are in the 300-foot range. And back in the 80s, there were no catamarans. And catamarans are our mainstay product, the most affordable product that we have. And, you didn't see those coming into the market until a couple of decades ago.
Yeah, and certainly for those that are listening in today that are used to cruising in the Caribbean, they've seen these cats in just about every port we go to. There are dozens, if not hundreds of them in every port. So very popular for sure.
Yeah, and one of the things I always like to clarify too, because I think people hear the terminology yacht charter, private yacht charter, and it just kind of connotes the lifestyles of the rich and famous. And, I think most people don't think it's affordable. And, our all-inclusive rates, and that means like the meals and the open bar, all the water sports gear, they started around $2,700, $3,000 per person per week. And I think when people really look at it closely, they're quite surprised that our starting point is that low. I mean, that's not to say that they couldn't spend $100,000 or $200,000 a week, but we really span a wide range of pricing.
Right. And the beauty is that they're in control. They can start on the day of the week that they want, as long as the yacht is available or the boat is available. And they kind of set their own itinerary. So we often hear from people that say, well, could we go here instead of there? Well, not on a big cruise ship, you can't. And I'm sorry that you can't start your vacation till Saturday and the ship leaves on Friday. But this way, everything is kind of in the hands of the person that wants to charter the boat for whatever length of time, correct?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, everything's customized to what people want. And there's a kind of a silver lining with COVID for us, because I think people right now are really seeking a vacation where they have control over who they interact with, where they go, how much they go ashore. And, a yacht charter vacation really has everything people need already on board, and they're only available for exclusive use. So you're really chartering with your own social bubble per se, whether that's a group of friends or your own family. I think people are seeing that as one of the safest on the water alternatives right now. So we didn't anticipate it in the beginning, but come June, we were just amazed at the number of inquiries. And this particular month, we've had more inquiries this month than we ever had at any other time in our business. So there's just a lot of people are, trying on a yacht charter for the first time. So many people don't even know that that it exists or it's possible. So it's really kind of a boom for
Well,
business right now.
yeah, congratulations. We're going to try to help get that message out. And what would be the most popular destinations that people are asking for?
Well, for first timers, and a place that a lot of people have heard about is the BVI. And actually, with the BVI is sort of the sailing capital of the Caribbean. But it also includes the US VI. And I think for particularly American clients, it's really easy access to fly into St. Thomas. And one of the reasons that destination is so popular is the islands are really close together. It's almost like you're sailing inside this necklace of islands, and it's short sailing distances, very calm seas. We have a lot of different types of yachts there. So it's a great first time place for people to cast off. And right now, sorry, right now, we're just struggling with what's open, what's not. And, the USVI is open right now. So we've done a lot of itineraries just in the USVI. Some people have had passport issues and they don't need a passport to get there. So that's helped to solve some problems. And then the BVI is opening again in December 1st. So we'll wait to see what that looks like. We are worldwide, and a couple other really hot spots for us. Greece, as you can see in my background, hugely popular sailing destination. And then Croatia, which I think is on everybody's, it's just came out of nowhere and it's on everybody's bucket list.
Yeah, it is still kind of regarded as one of those unspoiled locations, and people want to go before it gets spoiled. So
Yeah.
I'm not very surprised about that at all.
Now, Croatia is very unique. Almost everybody's English speaking. And although it's tucked up in that little corner of the Mediterranean, I've just never seen such pristine, clean, beautiful waters. And like the Virgin Islands, the islands are really close together. So the sailing is very user friendly there.
Oh, it's awesome. And so, how would you describe the ideal client looking for a yacht charter?
It's such an interesting question because our demographics really span a range. All of these yachts have all kinds of water sports gear on board. You got snorkel gear and fishing gear, all kinds of towed toys, jet skis, paddle boards. So you kind of think that it would be an adrenaline junkie client or a super active client, and we definitely get those. But we also get people who just want to relax and get away from it all. I think we tend to attract a lot of people who don't want a cookie cutter vacation. They want to have it their way. They want to really have a say in where they go and what they do and what kinds of food is being served to them. We do a lot of family vacations and a lot of multi-generational family vacations, as well as special celebrations, milestone birthdays, 40s, 50s, 60s. So, just speaking with somebody yesterday who had older clients, and it's kind of a stereotype that older people like me aren't active, right? But we do have a lot of older clients that they hardly, maybe they want to snorkel and swim a little, but they just really enjoy the relaxation of hanging out on the yacht and, getting away from it all.
Sure. And you already mentioned this, it's generational travel and for groups. And so you have a very unique way of how you would handle a larger group because you can use more than one boat to charter, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I should mention, our capacity, because of international regulations, most of our yachts max out at 12 people. There's some exceptions to that, But yeah, we do a lot of corporate incentive charters. And so if you have, and even family charters, it might be a family reunion where you have 20 people or something. So what we do is just have them charter a group of yachts that sail together. So we've done as many as, with an automotive client, we've done as many as 35 catamarans sailing together. And that was just like one of the greatest incentive groups that we've ever done. And we've done, and this particular client has chartered with us several times. And it's an automotive company. And so each dealer won his or her own catamaran for their family. And so all the families would sail together, and then we create an itinerary where you come into a port and we'd have treasure hunts and Pirates of the Caribbean Day and fishing derbies. And so with our groups, we do a lot of the logistical planning and the shoreside events as well.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. I could definitely sign up for something like that. And so, what would you say to the person that's listening to this today and saying, wow, I would really like to try that? What would you say to that person as they want to dip their toe into their very first experience?
Don't be afraid, just do it. I think, doesn't Danielle have a shirt on that says just do it?
She
My
does.
Nike attire, indeed.
And the
You know, I,
important thing is that the person that's renting or chartering the boat isn't the person that is responsible for navigation. This comes with somebody that captains the boat, and it comes with somebody that helps, or the person that actually cooks dinner. So you're really there as the person chartering the boat just to relax and enjoy. You're not steering the boat.
yeah, you know, I think that we get a lot of feedback from clients is that it's so nice not to have to make decisions.
Right.
You know, the captain might want to say, do you want to go here or do you want to go there? And that's your biggest decision of the day. Or what time do you want to have dinner? Because there are a lot of vacations, you don't have everything you need right there. So people are just, you know, running here and running there just to do all their different activities. But, you know, I think for, this is where people, when they're first doing this, they really need to rely on your knowledge, Rick, and you rely on our knowledge, because we inspect all of our yachts, we evaluate all of our crews. And one of the things to keep in mind is that, yes, you want to be on a really nice yacht or a nice catamaran, but equally important is the crew. And you really want a crew that's like well suited to your personality. And, you know, clients end up becoming friends with this crew because these crews just work 24/7, you know, putting out 110% to keep clients engaged and involved with the vacation. And so I think that what I would say to people is, you know, really tell us as much as you can about yourself so that we can really create a bespoke experience for you. And then, you know, people have some concerns. You know, seasickness is a concern that a lot of people have. And truly, you're going to get more seasick in the open ocean on a cruise ship than you are on a yacht because you're not sailing out in big oceans. You know, you're really sailing in a protected area. And the other thing that I hear a lot is, oh, but am I going to be bored? You know, am I going to feel captive? And, you know, unlike a cruise ship, we're only sailing a couple of hours a day. All the other time you're in a big, beautiful anchorage where you can go ashore at your own leisure. You know, each yacht has a tender that's always on call to take you wherever you want to go. And, you know, there's just so much to do and places to see. And especially with kids, the crews are really engaging. You know, we don't have problems with kids on devices. Our captains are like, hey, come on, let's go fishing. You know, it's not like put down the device. It's like, hey, come on, let's go do this. And we have parents coming back saying, oh my gosh, I just haven't had my boys out of their devices for months and they hardly looked at them today.
And you know, one of the things that appealed to me when I was preparing for this, and I could be totally wrong with this, but it seems to me if somebody was thinking about buying their own boat of this size, that chartering a boat for a week might be a good thing to do before you go ahead and make that investment. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what I also say, Rick? It's cheaper to charter. People buy these boats, right? And it's expensive, especially if you're going to pay a crew to run the boat. And, you know, there's some figures, you know, like it costs like 30% of the cost of the boat per year or something like that to maintain them. So for the amount that these owners use the boats, truly they'd be better off to charter them. But your question is also good. If someone wants to buy a particular type of boat, well, it's really smart that they try that boat out and see if that's the kind of boat they like and the layout that they like. And yeah, really good thought.
And one thing that just occurred to me is the yachts that people can charter can both be a power yacht and a sail yacht, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, we have sailing catamarans, and of course those sailing catamarans have engines. You know, they don't have to sail. They can, a lot of people think that, oh my gosh, what happens if the wind doesn't blow? Is the boat going to be stuck? Well, you don't have to worry about that now. But we have sailing catamarans, we have power catamarans, and we have motor yachts of all sizes. And I think the sailing catamarans and the power cats are very, very popular because of their price point. And you know, some people are they just like the go fast boats. They like the motor yachts, that appeals to them the most. And you know, some of the motor yachts have more interior space than a sailing yacht is going to have. So some people really appreciate that.
Sure. And then this is my final question today, and it's really just any thoughts, any final thoughts you have you'd like to share with us before you wrap up on, you know, what lies ahead for us?
Do you mean in terms of
Of your
COVID?
product. Yeah,
Pardon
of
me?
your product, of your product, of yacht charters.
What lies ahead of us with yacht charters?
So I'm sure it'll continue to expand and you'll have new destinations that come up and you must have inventory that comes in and inventory that goes out all the time.
You know, we do. We have this year, you know, just this morning, I went online and I have, you know, like 5 brand new catamarans coming into the fleet in the Virgin Islands, you know, like 2020 catamarans. Yeah, so we're seeing new product all the time. And, you know, I think that over the years, the quality of the crew, the quality of the cuisine just keeps continuing to improve. You know, and I think we'll start to see new destinations open up as well. You know, we have some really extraordinary exotic destinations. One of my personal favorites is sailing in Indonesia. And you can sail from Bali to the Komodo Islands, home of the, you know, the famous Komodo dragon. And for people who are scuba divers, that's just such a truly magnificent part of the world. You know, we're starting to see more and more yachts in the South Pacific. Everything's kind of come a little bit of a standstill for exotic travel. I think people are trying to stay close to home, and some of the countries are closed. But we have people like next week going on a scuba dive vacation in French Polynesia on like a brand new catamaran that just arrived there this year. So I think as more people charter, I mean, there's certain people who charter that they want to go to the same place over and over and over again. And then there's people who charter once and they have discovered a new way of traveling. And so the next time they come back, you know, they'll look for a different destination that they can go to.
Well, it all sounds like an amazing vacation to me. So for anybody that's been listening today, if you are looking for a truly unique vacation experience that will help you create lifelong lasting memories, this is something you want to explore. My name is Rick Saltarelli. I'm with Salty Breeze Cruise Planners, and you've been listening to Beyond Your Front Door. My guests have been Trish Cronin and Danielle Schwallow from Ocean Getaways. If you have any questions, give us a call at 888-332-8202. Thank you, ladies, for being with us today.
Thanks for having us, Rick. We really appreciate it.
We'll look
Thank
forward
you,
to having you
everybody.
back again.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.